It's Newsflash time! Hello and welcome, Commodity TV. Ladies and gentlemen, Fission hits 21.2%, U308 over 7 meters and over 14% over 6.5 meters, and announced assay results from 3 holes drilled in the R780E zone and 1 drilled between the R00E and R78E zones at its Patterson Lake South property in Saskatchewan's Athabasca Basin in Canada. Of particular note is hole PLS 14/164 located on line 810E of the R780E zone, with elevated uranium mineralization starting at the shallow depths of around 85 meters. The hole returned high-grade composited assay intervals such as over 21% over 7 meters and over 14% U308 over 6.5 meters in an interval of 4.3% nearly over 91 meters length. At PLS 14/161 they recorded values of 3.5 meters at nearly 2%, 4.5 meters with 2.5% and 3 meters with nearly 8% U308, including 1 meter with over 18%. Results from 48 holes are still pending. Russ McElroy, President, COO and Chief Geologist for Fission, commented, "Some very solid results from this latest batch of assays and more high-grade growth at the prolific and shallow R780E zone. Hole PLS 14/164 is particularly impressive in both the size and strength of its high-grade intervals." EnWave, ladies and gentlemen, appoints new executive chairman and announces change in management. EnWave appointed John P.A. Budreski as a director and executive chairman of the board of EnWave. Mr. Budreski joins EnWave with over 30 years of extensive capital markets and executive management experience. He has a professional history of advancing and accelerating businesses as well as tangible engineering experience. He was formerly vice chairman of Cormark Securities from 2009 to 2012 and president and CEO of Orion Securities from 2005 to 2007, prior to its successful sale of Macquarie Bank. He also held senior roles in investment banking and equity sales and trading for RBC Dominion. Mr. Budreski is currently a director of Sandstorm Gold, Alaris Royalty Corporation and Delta Gold Corp. He holds a Bachelor of Engineering from Dalhousie Tans University and an MBA from the University of Calgary. With Mr. Budreski's appointment, Dr. Tim Lorenz will become the sole president and chief executive officer of the company and vacate the position of chairman on the board of directors. The company also announces that effective per 30th June 2014, Mr. John McNichol, who served as the company's president, co-CEO, and as a director on the board from February 2007 until June 2014, will be reducing his role with EnWave to become a consultant, enabling him to pursue personal interests and family things. EnWave's management is very pleased to have such a qualified business professional join the executive team, especially at a time when the company's radiant energy vacuum technology is experiencing a commercialization inflection point, stated Dr. Tim Lorenz, President and CEO of EnWave. Additionally, EnWave announces that it has granted a total of 800,000 stock options to Mr. Budreski, pursuant to its share option plan. Each option will entitle Mr. Budreski to purchase 1 common share of the company at an exercise price of $1.35 per share for a period of 5 years. Lastly, the company announces that it has agreed to a private placement with Mr. Budreski, who will be adding to his existing holdings of EnWave through the purchase of 111,111 common shares at the price of $1.35 per share for cash proceeds to the company of $150,000. That was the Newsflash. Thanks and bye-bye from Munich.